Good morning. It is great to be with all of you. Here on a Wednesday, we are tracking the millions of Americans who are already on the move for the holiday. A lot of that early travel will have some issue in the air, but then I'll have the travel forecast for you. And we're also going to be showing you the money blown into the Windy City, helping holiday shoppers find unclaimed money and how you can do it too for you and your loved ones. Plus, we are feeling that Christmas spirit this morning, taking you to the most Christmassy town in the whole nation. You're going to have to tune in to see who claims that crown and so much more on GMA.
Ahead in the next hour of GMSA, the Colorado Supreme Court has declared former President Trump ineligible for the White House under the 14th Amendment. How this decision could impact Trump's 2024 presidential campaign. Cases of RSV in children are up this holiday season. Coming up, the warning signs on what you could do to prevent a trip to the ER. Plus, if you're heading out on the roads for the holiday travel season, we'll tell you what you can expect to pay at the pumps, and it's pretty good news. And check out the roads with TransGuide. We had some heavier traffic in that last shot, but 35 in New Braunfels looks pretty good as we approach the top of the hour. Let's go outside with live cam on a nice December 20th morning. Look at the smokestacks at the quarry and the Christmas tree lights over at Concord Plaza.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, Rise and Shine. Yes, you heard correctly. It is Wednesday, December 20th.
We are so close. I know a lot of people are kind of ready in holiday mode with the kids out from school. We're talking about all of our different plans, who takes off when, and it's going to be kind of some not Christmas weather, Mike.
No, not for the next few days. It's chilly out there this morning just because of all the humidity. That's sort of that damp chill. But we're going to be back up into the 70-degree range again today, tomorrow, even warmer over the weekend. Christmas, though, is looking nice. The forecast has changed a bit by compared to yesterday, I should say, for Christmas. Once again, another look out there, and I love the smokestacks always dressed up in red and green. And notice how visibility is not bad in this picture, but we do have a lot of fog around the area. Bernie at just a half-mile visibility, 1.5 miles in New Braunfels. Randolph has now dropped down to just 2 3/4 miles. So it is starting to thicken up. It is starting to kind of move into the metropolitan area. And with that fog, you can see maybe some mist and some damp roads. So if you are heading off to work this morning or hitting the highway this morning, just watch out for some of those damp roads. Temperatures are averaging right around low 50s, couple of upper 40s around here. And then we have all the humidity that came in overnight, and that's why we do have some of that fog around there. Mountain cedar is on the high side, although it did come down from the previous day's reading, and mold is low, but I have a feeling that may be going up given the fact we have so much more moisture around here. Temperatures really aren't going to be going anywhere for the next couple of hours. We'll have some of the patchy fog, maybe a little mist around the area. Then we make it up into the mid 60s at noon, so already above the normal average high temperature. And like we were talking about, we do top off at 70. And then we'll start to see, not only with the warm temperatures, a couple of scattered showers around the area through the weekend. But like I said, Christmas is looking better. Details on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. How is it on the roads, Artie?
All right, Mike. Yeah, things looking pretty good out there. If you are headed out right now across the city of San Antonio, take a look behind me. 281 at the quarry. We have traffic moving pretty good in that area, north and southbound. 281 at Loop 410. You can see that we have smooth sailing for the most part throughout the city. A couple of smaller things kind of popping up a little bit now. We do have a stalled vehicle being reported on the southbound lanes of 35 at Binns-Engelman Road. So it's going to be kind of around the BAMC area. And of course, this is always a very busy intersection. We had some lingering construction here overnight, but now we have this stalled vehicle. So just keep this in mind if you're headed out. Again, BAMC area, a lot of early risers in this area to begin with. So it could get a little bit busier out there as we move along our 6 o'clock hour. Take you out to the far east side. Again, going to continue to kind of mention this. We have some emergency road work taking place. There was already construction that was being planned here on a bridge on the eastbound lanes of I-10 at Cibolo Creek. TxDOT has updated us to say that this is now going to be an ongoing construction issue here, some emergency road work. So at least one main lane there of the eastbound lanes has been shut down. You can see we're getting a little bit of a delay, but for anyone that's going to be headed out to Seguin area, maybe you are planning to take a road trip out to Houston. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be headed through this area there. This is something that we'll continue to monitor as we make our way through our Wednesday morning. But again, traffic in the closer parts of the city looking pretty good right now. Mark and Sarah, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. A call about a car crash has turned out to be much more. It appears a man found dead at that scene actually was the victim of a murder.
Katrina Weber is live where the investigation is going on now at public safety headquarters. So, Katrina, what made police change their minds about this case?
They told us that paramedics really are the ones who first noticed the discrepancy, that the man who they thought had been hurt in the crash had bullet holes in his back. They found him around 1:30 this morning on the ground near Highway 151 and Callahan Road. Police say that the EMS crews initially thought that man had been hit by a car, but when they tried to perform CPS on him, they noticed the bullet holes and called for officers, and that man was pronounced dead at the scene. At this point, investigators don't know who shot him, and it seems that they don't have very many clues right now. Reporting live at Public Safety Headquarters, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Katrina, thank you. With Governor Abbott's signature, Texas law enforcement will soon have the authority to arrest people they suspect are in the U.S. illegally. Now, law enforcement leaders have questions. Chief Cesar Torres leads the police department in Mission just west of McAllen, and he says his officers will enforce the new law if it comes up, like someone being stopped for a separate offense, but won't cross the line of racial profiling. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar tells us his department is looking for clarification and even then would rather focus on violent crimes. Both the sheriff and police chief admit crossing into federal issue is uncharted territory.
Part of the law does allow them to show paperwork showing that they've been accepted under asylum. The average law enforcement officer here, Texas peace officers, is not even going to know what they're looking at.
I mean, we got to have classroom instruction so we can set the boundaries.
So we asked the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement if the new laws would change training requirements. They sent us a statement that reads in part, quote, no determination has been made at this time as to additional training, if any, required to properly scrutinize federal immigration documentation, such as visas or permanent resident cards, end quote. The new legislation goes into effect in March, but it could face legal challenges.
We are now seeing what happened moments before police in Austin arrested Shane James Jr. He's accused of going on a shooting rampage and killing 6 people. Right now, James is in the Travis County Jail on a number of charges, including 2 counts of capital murder. Investigators say he killed his own parents at their home in East Bexar County earlier this month, then drove to Austin and killed at least 4 more people. Austin police released body camera video. Take a look.
I'm hit! He just ran out the back. Here, cover, come over.
APD says an Austin police detective was shot multiple times, but he did not have life-threatening injuries. Here's a different angle from another officer's body camera. It picks up the moment after the detective was shot. You can see 2 officers taking cover behind a vehicle. Austin police say James was not hit by gunfire and left that scene in a stolen vehicle. Officers arrested him less than 20 minutes later after a short chase. Well, at 6:07, a lot of people may be hitting the roads this holiday season, visiting family and loved ones, but there's something you should know before you fill up your gas tank.
12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz looked for the cheapest gas and found a surprise jump at the pump.
Jesse Munoz is fueling up for his holiday rounds, driving for Uber.
Your sleigh doesn't run on reindeer?
I wish it did, ma'am. I really wish it did.
Local gas prices have dropped 25 cents in the past month to an average now of $2.57 a gallon. That's about the same as last year. But get this, we've seen a 13-cent jump in just the past 24 hours.
So I try to save all of my little coins when I can, but I'm not going to lie. I don't know what's going on right now, but gas prices are steadily raising, and I wish they would go the opposite way. It's just getting hard out here.
Gas prices are seeing some volatility right now, but we did some checking. This is some of the cheapest in town, $2.25 a gallon at the Sam's Club off I-35.
AAA tells us today's uptick is most likely due to increasing demand ahead of holiday travels. Also, oil prices have increased this week as oil tankers have had to reroute around violence in the Red Sea. AAA says if that continues, prices could rise more. Just in time for Ethan Cornish and 8.3 million of his fellow Texans to hit the road for the holidays.
Hopefully it'll come down to 98 cents a gallon when I was in high school. And I'll be really happy then.
Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
And if you're traveling by air, here's a look at FlightAware's Misery travel map. Not too many delays at the moment. You can see a lot of the activity happening on the West Coast and the East Coast. Really slow kind of in Texas, really the big hub out of Dallas and Houston, of course. We'll keep you updated throughout the week. If problems pop up, probably going to see a lot more action the next coming days.
The UTSA Roadrunners waking up with a big bowl game win this morning. KSAT 12 Sports' Mary Rominger was there to see all the plays and the excitement.
Hey guys, the emotions on the UTSA sideline as the game clock winded down certainly reflected how much this historic bowl game win meant to the Roadrunners.
Happy with the way the guys play, man, and I'm just glad we was able to go get our first bowl win, man. I feel like, this just kind of as the cherry on top. I feel like we're legendary. This is something that can't be rewritten.
They won 2 conference championships. They won a bowl. They were all also eligible. They were also all here tonight. That's just, people don't understand what that does for a program. For anything nowadays, for somebody to finish what they started, doesn't happen very much.
No regrets at all. God does everything for a reason, even when we don't understand the reason at the time. So, coming back, I didn't think the season would go like that, of course. I didn't know spring would go like that. I didn't know I wouldn't be able to play in a bowl game that I wanted to come back to play in. But God does everything for a reason. He has something special in store for me, and I'm just following his lead, and I'm just excited to finally be a bowl champion.
The game, of course, didn't look like we expected, with quarterback Frank Harris out with a shoulder sprain, senior safety Rashad Wisdom leaving with a broken arm, but it was one for the record books. In Frisco, Mary Rominger, KSAT 12 Sports. Back to you guys.
All right, congratulations, UTSA. Right now, 610, 52 degrees.
Users of Verizon can now get help from Apple's satellite connection if you're having car troubles. How it works, that's still ahead.
A facility that treats people with substance use and mental health disorders seeing major changes due to low funding. Coming up next, find out why they're experiencing low funding and what those changes are.
52 degrees at 6:10 this morning. Some patchy fog in some parts of our viewing area, really not in this beautiful shot you're seeing. Hey, it's going to be a little warm and damp over the next couple of days, but Mike says things looking quite nice just in time for Christmas. The city of San Antonio funds the only residential facility in Bexar County that treats people with both substance use and mental health disorders, but a drop in funding and staffing has forced some major changes.
The bed count has dropped from 140 to just 45. Courtney Friedman found out why and takes us through a tour of the facility.
We're festive right now with the holidays.
Positivity, the priority in this place of recovery, despite the huge changes it's gone through in the last year.
We monitor our clients and do our hourly rounds. Here we have our female dormitory area.
This is the Integrated Treatment Program Facility, a residential center for unsheltered people with substance use disorders, mental health needs, or both, which is called co-occurring. It's the only center in Bexar County that treats co-occurring conditions in the same place.
This is our medication room. We secure the medications in a locked area.
For years, the facility has had 140 beds funded by the City of San Antonio's Center for Healthcare Services.
I would say our census was pretty full or close to full. And once COVID occurred, we saw a significant decrease in that.
Program Director Tina Cisneros says safety restrictions and social distancing made it tough to fill or even staff a dorm setting like this. Federal ARPA funding helped with those costs and deficits, but this September, that funding source dried up.
So then that led to the reduction to 45 beds.
And a reduction to 10 staff members manning a 24/7 facility. That's why the city landed on 45 beds, the safe amount for a staff to client ratio, and better focus on recovery.
Our clients get very creative and do a lot of art-focused recovery. So we try to encourage positive affirmations, positive self-talk.
Haven for Hope does intake for the clients who have to meet specific criteria. So right now the facility only has 35 of the 45 beds filled. But Haven is now continuing referrals, slowly increasing that client number as the facility hopes for outside funding.
Recently, we received a donation from Turner Construction in the amount of $5,000, which is very helpful.
A seemingly small amount that goes a long way. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
It's now 6:16, 52 degrees.
RJ, what's happening on the roads?
All right, guys, it's been a little bit slow going, starting to see some things pop up here. We are expecting things to get a little bit busier here as we get through our 6 o'clock hour. Of course, most of these major school districts are out for school, so hopefully our teachers are getting some good rest. But we are seeing stalled vehicle here at I-35 at Benzingelman Road. These are the southbound lanes of 35, so just saw the TxDOT, the Hero truck, show up there, so hopefully they could help this driver out who's stalled out on that shoulder right there, but you can see traffic is still moving pretty good through this area. As we take a look at our maps, you see no major delays due to this stalled vehicle. But again, it usually gets pretty busy around here, the BAMC area, and obviously people making their way through 410 and 35, something to just kind of keep in mind if you're headed out right now in that area. The rest of the city, things looking pretty good for the most part. We still have this ongoing issue here on I-10 eastbound. There's going to be at least one of the main lanes that has been shut down due to some emergency road work, so just keep that in mind if you're headed out. A lot of people from Converse, Live Oak, these types of areas, Lavernia maybe headed out to Seguin, so just something to keep in mind. One more quick look here. Again, mentioned this 35 stalled vehicle, and we'll go ahead and switch us up here to go back to 35. At Topper Wine, see a little bit of heavy traffic in this area as well. Had some leftover construction from overnight, but at least we're getting traffic through there as people make their way out on their Wednesday morning.
And you were talking about the schools, RJ. If I remember our schedule right, all the kids are out, I think, after today.
Right. Okay.
Today, some of the last districts are headed out after today.
Universal City?
I can't remember. It was like Southwest or Southside.
Somerset. Yeah, a couple of those other ones, that were a little bit.
That 35 Tupperwine, though, looks like a regular, normal day with all that traffic out there. Wow. All right. Watch out for a little bit of fog, maybe some mist on the roads as if you are hitting the road early this morning. And what a beautiful, beautiful picture. We had a lot of clouds, obviously, hanging around yesterday. And, boy, it never ceases to amaze, those pictures over there at Woodlawn Lake. Thank you very much for that one, Mr. McClellan. We were out walking the dog yesterday afternoon, and even no complaints, but just in a t-shirt, it was just coolish enough in the afternoon. So that's the way it is this morning. It's kind of that damp chill this morning because we do have all of the humidity out there, which does conduct and draws the heat away from your body. Not bad as far as visibility, looking from the airport down to the south and right there at the Concord Plaza and the smokestacks over at the quarry. Half-mile visibility at Bernie, 7 still at the airport, and now it's come up slightly at Randolph, 2 3/4, 1 mile visibility at New Braunfels, and it's also dropped down around Pleasanton. So fog in places is definitely starting to get thicker. All right, here's what's going on. Remember last week we started watching what was going to happen with this low. A cutoff low means it just sits there and kind of spins around itself. And think about a couple of weeks ago, we had the same situation, and that never did what it was looking like it was going to do a week prior to it, and that's what this one is going to be doing. It still comes in here from the southwest. It had looked like it was going to kind of move across the area and keep some rain around here. Now it's going to take a path further up to the north. Now, this will still keep some energy around here. We have all the moisture in place, and so therefore we do have showers really starting tomorrow, later on in the day, Friday, Saturday, as well as Sunday. Then we go into Sunday and Monday, and this is actually going to pull somewhat of a front through here late Sunday into Monday, into Christmas Day. And so it's going to pull in a lot drier air, especially down here at the surface, and also get rid of the rain. So I think we're going to have good deal of sunshine on Christmas as well as on Tuesday. And then this will also continue to pull down some colder air around here. So about a normal high temperature on Monday, on Christmas Day, mid 60s, and normal low by Tuesday morning down in the low 40s. Not going to see anything like that, though, until Tuesday morning as far as the low temperatures. Tomorrow, like I was talking about, the rain, we'll have some mist and drizzle again in the morning. Then we'll start to see a few more showers developing, especially by tomorrow night and then into Friday. That would be the better chance for some rain as well as going into the weekend. So today, other than the fog this morning, we'll have mostly cloudy skies. Then say goodbye to the sunshine for a while. And we're just going to have clouds pretty much all the way through the weekend. You know, a peak of sunshine here and there. By the way, winter officially begins tomorrow night, right around 9:30. Not going to feel like it. 70s. Look at those low temperatures. 60s, 50s, and 60s all the way through Sunday and Christmas morning on the mild side, but then colder by Tuesday morning. And right now it's looking good for Christmas with some sunshine out there.
Santa.
Which is always nice.
Yeah. Santa giving us a nice gift.
And as far as Sunday evening, if you're going to Christmas Eve services, maybe still a couple little leftover showers here and there. So.
Thank you, Mike.
No problem. Thank you, Mike. 621, 52 degrees.
Passengers are speaking out after their Bahamas cruise took a detour. Those details after the break.
Mornings. Cough? Congestion?
I'm feeling better. All in one and done with new Mucinex Kickstart.
Headache?
Better now.
New Mucinex Kickstart gives all-in-one and done relief with a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation. It's comeback season.
At TJ Maxx, you can go above and beyond and stay under budget. And new gifts are arriving. So there's still time to gift to the max.
Kayaking is my thing.
Running is awesome. But her moderate to severe eczema would make her skin so uncomfortable.
Now I'm staying ahead of it.
Dupixent helps heal your skin from within so they can have clearer skin and less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
That is crazy.
In this morning's GMA First Look, cruise ship chaos.
I was devastated. So this was some of my kids' Christmas gifts. It's cold, like wind blowing, cold, like officially cold.
A cruise ship that was bound for the Bahamas reversed to rainy Boston, headed to Canada. And this morning, some of those disappointed passengers are speaking out to GMA.
It's a little depressing because you can imagine us, we're making the most of it, but most people are walking around in coats, gloves, and hats.
We are in Boston, Massachusetts at the Cambridge Mall. So these are the great views that we have.
You really have to roll with the punches and think about what's going to be best overall.
So can a cruise line change your itinerary without consequences? Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this story and your passenger rights. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
Welcome back. Verizon users can now turn to Apple's satellite connection if they have car trouble. Apple's satellite roadside assistance feature on the iPhone 14 and 15 now works for the Verizon roadside assistance.
So you can text for help even if you're off the grid with no cell service or Wi-Fi. Okay, Samsung's self-repair program is expanding. The company has added foldable phones to the menu, joining the series, S23 series, and other devices. No word yet on the pricing. They're also expanding to 4 European countries.
626, 52 degrees.
Still ahead, the Colorado Supreme Court has declared former President Trump ineligible for the White House under the 14th Amendment. How this decision could impact his 2024 presidential campaign.
We've already seen fairly moderate traffic right there in that shot at I-35 and Topperwine. A lot of folks are heading out today, even more tomorrow and Friday. We've got you covered right here on GMSA. We have made it to midweek outside with live cam. We're on the lookout for a little bit of fog or drizzle here or there. It was a problem earlier in places like New Braunfels, but Mike says things have changed just a little bit. Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. It is Wednesday, December 20th.
We are just a couple of days away. Well, 5 days away.
Right.
From Christmas.
Yeah.
We need the rain. But the rain that we're going to be getting for the next couple of days isn't really going to be drought busting or anything like that.
No, it's not going to amount to too much, almost like a nuisance rain. At least there will be some showers out there. Lawns are going to like it, and very mild temperatures. Then things are going to be, improving actually as we go in toward Christmas. Now, we're talking about visibility, and you can sort of see, even though we can see the lights way off in the distance, that hazy look out there. This is the airport camera looking off to the east. That's 410 over there, and traffic's moving along fairly well on 410. Temperature right now stands at 52. So we've gone up we've been fluctuating a couple of degrees here and there. And also that dew point temperature, look at that, running neck and neck. So relative humidity's well up in the upper 90s, no wind to speak of. And so those are a couple of the prime ingredients to get some fog around here. Speaking of which, Bernie Stage has dropped down to a quarter-mile visibility right now. New Braunfels has dropped down to a half-mile. Randolph still at 2 3/4, 4 Castroville, 5 at Pleasanton. So the thickest fog if you're going up on 35 and going out on 10. But then you get to to Kerrville and no fog out there. This is going to be sticking around for the next couple of hours. It will get thicker at times, and with that fog, obviously a little bit of mist. Very consistent temperatures all around the area thanks to some of the cloud cover and that very high humidity. Mountain cedar, speaking of high, is on the high side. Mold is low. Updated count comes out later on this morning. I would suspect that mold is going to be going up given all the moisture that moved on in here. So morning mist, some fog, then mostly cloudy. Very warm. We're going to be up to 70, anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees above normal. And that's going to be the situation tomorrow as well as Friday. But then we'll have some of those scattered light showers around here, primarily later in the day tomorrow. We'll start off with some more fog around the area tomorrow. Better chance of rain Friday and off and on during the weekend. It's not going to be raining constantly, not everywhere, and we'll be up in the mid 70s by the weekend. Then a front moves through late on Sunday on Christmas Eve night, and that's going to make for a good looking Christmas. We're going to have a lot more sunshine, get rid of all the humidity as well, and we'll be in the mid 60s, about a normal high temperature, and then get even colder for the 26th. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, what's going on, RJ?
All right, Mike, within the past 10-15 minutes or so, we've seen a lot of things pop up, so let's get right to it. Of course, we've been following this stalled vehicle there, 35 southbound at Engelman Road. You could see that we had TxDOT, the Hero truck out there. They have the flares put out, and we have now at least one of the main lanes that's blocked right there. Actually, 2 stalled vehicles, 1 disabled a stall in this area. So something that TxDOT's taking care of right now against southbound lanes. You could see that our traffic maps are now indicating a delay there because of, again, 1 main lane there closed southbound 35 at Binns Engelman Road. Let's take you to the near northwest side. We have a stalled vehicle being reported there. The eastbound lanes of Loop 410 at Fredericksburg Road, again, a very busy area where I-10, 410 intersect in that Crossroads area, Balcones Heights area. Something I just saw the camera right now, and doesn't appear to be causing any major delays, but something that we're going to keep an eye on. And we go out to the far west side here, US 90 eastbound at Loop 1604, seeing some delays already building in this area there on the far west side. So again, things starting to pick up out there. We'll continue to follow the roads, monitor this, and give you updates as they become available. Mark and Sarah, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. Top story this morning, it seems it was not a car, but gunfire that took a man down along a local highway. San Antonio police say someone shot that man, who was found dead overnight near Highway 151 and Callahan Road.
Our Katrina Weber is live at Public Safety Headquarters, where detectives are working to find some leads about the shooter. So, Katrina, what do they know so far?
Well, it seems they don't know a whole lot. Police told us overnight that they really didn't have any clues about who shot that man. Police say that paramedics actually were the first to notice that this was a murder. They say EMS crews found the man on the ground near Highway 151 and Callahan Road around 1:30 this morning, and at first assumed that he had been hit by a car. But police say when those crew members tried to perform CPR on the man, they noticed he had bullet holes in his back, and he died at the scene. Now, EMS had called in police, but officers did not find the shooter, and at this point the case is now in the hands of homicide investigators. Reporting live at Public Safety Headquarters, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Hundreds of people along the border are trying to get into the U.S., leading to major delays.
Border Patrol has closed rail bridges in El Paso and Eagle Pass, and that means cargo isn't coming into or out of those ports.
Daniela Ibarra in Eagle Pass says lawmakers and companies have said closing the bridges is hurting the economy.
Border Patrol is seeing a large influx of migrants coming over to this side of the river. This is a group that's staying here overnight, waiting to be processed by Border Patrol. As for the numbers, we're not going to find out those until later today. Now, while this is affecting Border Patrol, businesses in town also say it's something that's top of mind for them. It's chaotic and crowded. Thousands of migrants who crossed into Eagle Pass wait for Border Patrol to process them. Less than a mile away, downtown is quiet.
About 60% of our business is from Mexico. And, well, look, you can see.
An empty store isn't the only thing weighing on Angie Rodriguez.
There's an oppressive feeling, you know.
A feeling of helplessness. Several customers and employees are caught in the middle.
There's so many people trying to get across that they've got 2-3 hours to wait.
The border fuels her business, but her focus isn't on the shelves.
This is beyond commerce and how much money that we can make or the businesses can make. It's a humanitarian situation.
She says elected leaders haven't come up with a solution.
All I do now is pray. I pray that there's divine intervention that will solve the problem for the people who are trying to come over here.
Border Patrol estimates that on Monday, 5,000 people crossed to this side of the border. As for yesterday's numbers, we're expected to get a rough estimate later today. Reporting for GMSA in Eagle Pass, I'm Danielle Ibarra.
6:37, teens and crime, a trending headline recently here in Bexar County. About half a dozen crime headlines in the past 3 weeks have involved teenagers. The Bexar County Juvenile Probation Department says the number of youth involved in repeat crimes is rare. However, probation officers are stepping up the monitoring and supervision of teens they consider to be high risk. Those are teens that have a difficult home life, are runaways, are not involved in extracurricular activities, and are involved in drugs. Chief Probation Officer Jill Mata says the majority of the kids that enter the system are able to get the help they need to avoid future criminal problems, but there will be severe punishment for those who don't.
There was going to be a group of kids that are committing these offenses that are really horrible. And we know those children have to be removed from the community, and there have to be consequences for that behavior. And they're pretty strong consequences that are needed in those cases.
According to department data, the number of violent referrals between January and October this year went up 12% when compared to the same time frame last year. Nonviolent crime referrals went up more than 34%. Gun, drug, and vehicle thefts saw the most increases.
Well, today marks 2 years since Lena Kill was reported missing. Police say she was last seen at a playground, the Villas del Cabo apartment complex. That's in a 9400 block of Fredericksburg Road. Advocates for the Kill family believe someone has a key piece of information that could bring her home. San Antonio police and the FBI say they're looking for any clues. If you have any information that could help, call police at 210-224-STOP. And today, friends and families are hosting a second observance of Lena's disappearance. It starts at 11 a.m. at the American Muslim Community Center. That's on 4139 Gardendale. Former president and current presidential candidate Donald Trump is no longer a 2024 presidential candidate in the state of Colorado.
Yeah, this comes after an unprecedented move by the Colorado Supreme Court, which deemed Trump ineligible due to the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol back on January 6th.
CNN's John Lawrence has the latest details on that decision.
The Colorado Supreme Court makes a historic decision that may play a factor in next year's presidential election.
Our Constitution is clear that you become disqualified once you engage in the insurrection. There is no need for a specific finding by a court or a tribunal.
In a 4-3 ruling, the Colorado justices determined former President Donald Trump is, quote, disqualified from holding the office of president under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution.
I do not believe Donald Trump should be prevented from being president of the United States by any court. I think he should be prevented from being president of the United States by the voters of this country.
Trump didn't directly address the issue during a rally in Iowa Tuesday night, but his campaign issued a statement saying an appeal will be filed to the U.S. Supreme Court.
This is more jet fuel for this campaign. Every time he's had an interaction with the legal system, he has seen a boost among Republicans.
Meanwhile, Colorado voters are split on Trump's, at least temporary, removal from the ballot.
I mean, that's great. He's a crook, so good riddance.
I'm just speechless. Yeah. So I think it's not right.
Colorado election officials say the matter has to be resolved by January 5th, the deadline for eligible candidates. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
641, 53 degrees.
Keeping your children healthy and safe is important, and RSV is one virus that could put them in the hospital. After the break, we speak to local health officials about the virus and what you can do to prevent your child from getting sick.
Approaching 6:45 in your Wednesday morning, RSV season is here. And if you don't know how to protect your child against it, it could lead to an ER trip.
Producer Haley Powers explains ways to prevent the spread of the virus and the signs that your baby may need to go to the hospital.
RSV is a common wintertime respiratory virus that can be passed by touch and in the air. It can cause significant issues for children, but especially babies under the age of 6 months. To help prevent the spread of the virus, doctors say to wash your hands, show your kids how to wash their hands the right way, and to teach them proper cough hygiene.
Every kindergarten teacher around the country knows they're going to teach their kids to cough in their elbow, to try not to touch others.
If your baby gets RSV, watch their breathing and look for respiratory distress. That can be things like fast breathing and using their belly to push air out. One way you can help is by getting the mucus out of their nose.
We recommend doing a saline spray up each nostril and then suctioning out the mucus. And you want to do this on a very regular basis.
If your baby is showing signs of respiratory distress, running a fever, are dehydrated, or fatigued, get them to the hospital as soon as possible. And remember, if your kid is sick, keep them home. Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
Officially now, 6:45.
RJ, anything happening on the roads?
Yeah, guys, gotten a little bit busy here on your Wednesday morning. Taking you outside, look at 35 at Benz-Engelman. We have at least one of the main lanes here in the southbound lanes of 35 at Benz-Engelman closed down. Now we have multiple emergency vehicles there, including SAPD, it looks like, and of course TxDOT trying to take care of the situation there. As we give you a look here with our maps, see we do have traffic now starting to build up in this already very busy area, 410 at 35. Another stalled vehicle being reported on the near east side. This is there at eastbound lanes at New Braunfels Avenue, not causing any major delays right there. And the other thing that we've continued to mention throughout our morning is the far east side there. We have emergency road work taking place eastbound lanes of I-10 at Cibolo Creek. So that's going to be past 1518 and 2538, FM 2538. So if you're headed out to Seguin, maybe hitting the road, doing some holiday travel, keep this in mind. They do expect this to be at least one lane there, I-10 eastbound, to be shut down throughout the rest of the day.
Okay. Yep. Thank you, RJ.
Mike,
Yes.
you know, it's...
Is he in trouble?
Well, she hesitated. That's Mike.
Well, the next couple of days don't really feel like Christmas.
No, unfortunately not. And it hasn't in the afternoons. The mornings earlier this week were fine. But yeah, very mild. We're going to have a little bit of just kind of, showers here and there scattered about. But Christmas, though, is looking much more promising. Love this picture, though. It is gorgeous. And yeah, that just kind of sums it up. It is God's handiwork. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect shot. All right, looking off to the east, as you can see, we do have a little bit of fog way off in the distance. The visibility really drops down. And with that, there could be some mist hanging around. Quarter mile visibility. Up there at Bernie, 3/4 of a mile in New Braunfels, 1.5 miles now Randolph. So that has dropped down at Randolph. So if you're heading up 35, going to run into some of this fog. Same thing going out 10. Castroville has also dropped down just a little bit. And there's a hint of fog out there at the airport. Once again, temperatures, kind of that damp cool out there, that damp chill because of all the humidity that's in the air when you've got air temperatures and then dew point temperatures just running neck and neck, and that extra moisture in the air just pulls the heat away from your body. And that's why it always feels colder on a morning like this than if the air temperature is actually lower, but we had very dry air. We're going to keep all the clouds around, a little bit of maybe some mist, some fog throughout the rest of the morning up through roughly mid-morning, and then we'll see some sunshine thrown in. A lot of clouds today, 65 at noon, already a little bit above normal by noon. And then, yes, it does not feel Christmassy today, 70 for a high temperature with mostly cloudy skies. Now, overnight tonight, we'll start to see maybe a couple of sprinkles here and there. Some more mist and drizzle fog tomorrow morning to start things off. And then as the day rolls on and into tomorrow evening, a few more showers. Now, computer models aren't really bullish on rain tomorrow, smaller rain chances, but by the evening hours, a little bit more is going to try and move on in here. And then on Friday, overnight into Friday, we're going to start to see more rain. So it does look like the commute on Friday morning, if you are heading off to work or traveling, is going to be wetter on Friday. Humidity continues to go up over the next few days. It's going to be just kind of sultry out there. Then notice how the dew points drop off Sunday, Christmas Eve into Christmas Day with the front that moves on through here. That's going to clear everything on out. Now, we've been talking about how this is not going to be anything substantial as far as rain. Here's what it looks like as far as rain over the next 5 days all the way through Sunday. Not much, a lot more well off to the east, but I mean, we're talking maybe at best a tenth of an inch, a couple of tenths of an inch of rain, quarter of an inch of rain around much of the area, a little bit more further on up to the north. So it's not going to be a huge rain event. We'll take anything we can get, of course, but no, this is not going to be any sort of a drought breaker. 70s all the way through the weekend, and we'll have a couple of those scattered showers around the area, especially later tomorrow night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then that front's going to move through here. Like I said, that's going to get rid of all the humidity and really clear out some of the clouds. So we're going to have more sunshine on Christmas Day. A normal temperature is 65, and then colder, I should say, by Tuesday morning.
Officially winter tomorrow.
It is tomorrow night, right around 9:30-ish is when the winter solstice is.
Has a small child grabbed your suit coat and said, did you get my list for this year?
No.
Nobody?
I've been really good, Santa.
I know.
No, not yet. Okay, maybe.
Right.
Maybe. So if I were to let it grow, I'm sure, I could kind of, fill in.
1,000%.
Be like Santa's stunt man.
Oh,
but, yeah.
Absolutely.
Just the stunts.
10 till right now, 53 degrees.
Families, fun, and feasts, but that hearty spread, is it healthy? Coming up tomorrow on GMSA, some things you can incorporate to have a healthy holiday meal this year.
Outside with live cam, waiting for the sun to come up on our Wednesday morning. You may get it to midweek, and again, almost all the kids are out of school after today. Have a great break.
Good morning. It is great to be with all of you. Here on a Wednesday, we are tracking the millions of Americans who are already on the move for the holiday. A lot of that early travel will have some issue in the air, but then I'll have the travel forecast for you. And we're also going to be showing you the money blown into the Windy City, helping holiday shoppers find unclaimed money and how you can do it too for you and your loved ones. Plus, we are feeling that Christmas spirit this morning, taking you to the most Christmassy town in the whole nation. You're going to have to tune in to see who claims that crown and so much more on GMA.
Now 5 minutes till 7.
RJ, an incident over at 35 and Benson.
Yeah, guys, something we've been following throughout the past hour or so. Again, it's gone pretty busy out in the city right now. 35 southbound, we have at least one of the main lanes closed there at Benz Engelman Road. Taking you here to our maps, you see we're causing some delays there. Traffic is getting through, but again, something our drivers are there on the northeast side going to have to contend with. Now to the east side, we have this is now causing a little bit of a delay here on the eastbound lanes of I-10 at New Braunfels Avenue. So something to keep in mind if you're headed east from the downtown area. But biggest thing we're seeing right now, 35 Benz Engelman. Just be careful if you're headed out. Expect to see a lot more people out on the roads for that holiday travel throughout the next couple of days.
And the other thing you have to watch out for, a little bit of the fog around there. Now, this is looking off to the east, 410 over there by the airport. And you can see way off in the distance. And visibility, 3 miles New Braunfels, mile and a half around Randolph. And the thickest is right now at Bernie, going up I-10, a little bit around Castroville as well. With that, the roads could be on the damp side. Mild temperatures, well above normal, but it's that sort of damp chill out there. And we are going to see more sunshine, a little bit thrown in with the clouds today, 70 for a high temperature. And it stays very mild all the way through the weekend. Scattered showers here and there. And then looks like things are going to be clearing out pretty nice for Christmas.
And Mike, we won't see you after today, so Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a good break. We'll be back here for GMSA at 9 a.m. GMA.